Hi everyone, I am Johnson, Department of Chemistry. Atomic number, mass number, and relationship between mass number and atomic number. What is mean by atomic number? Okay. See, if we take in the periodic table any one example, rhenium 45 is an atomic number, 103 is a mass number. Okay. Now we calculate. So this is general formula. Z we call it as atomic number, A we call it as mass number. Okay. So Z means that is number of protons. So atomic number is equal to number of protons. Okay. So atomic number if 3 means proton also 3. Okay. See 3. So see 3 protons. Okay. So if you see different atomic number, different number of protons. So if different atomic number 3 means 3 protons, atomic number 8 means 8 protons, atomic number 45 means protons also 45. Okay. And now, so if you see hydrogen, if we take the example hydrogen, atomic number 1, so that proton also 1 proton. Okay. Next, if you take oxygen, atomic number 8, okay, mass number 16. If atomic number 8 means 8 means 8 protons, number of protons 8. So this is general formula. So A is a mass number. Okay, Z means atomic number, A is a mass number. Don't forget, keep it in mind. Okay, mass number is equal to number of protons and neutrons. Okay. So if you see protons and neutrons having relative mass number 1 mass of 1, but electrons having no mass because it is very small. Electrons are so small, so this mass does not need to be considered. Okay. So this is general formula. A is an mass number, Z is an atomic number. Now we calculate the number of neutrons, atom of a particular element. Okay. Okay. If you see first mass number is equal to atomic number plus number of neutrons. That means atomic number also same. So atomic number is equal to number of proton. No. So atomic number you can write here, mass number is equal to protons plus neutrons. Okay. Okay. Next, oxygen. Okay, see student, mass number is equal to protons plus neutrons. Okay. Now we calculate we see oxygen, if 8, atomic number 8, mass number 16. That means how many neutrons does it have? Okay, mass number is equal to protons plus neutron. You know, mass number 16, atomic number 8. So number of neutrons we have means mass number minus proton. So neutron is equal to mass number minus proton. So 16 minus 8 we get 8 electrons. So oxygen has 8 neutrons. Okay. 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 Now we take lithium. Mass number is equal to protons plus neutrons. So 3 is an atomic number for lithium. 7 is a mass number. Okay. So if we want neutron means mass number minus proton, we get number of neutron. Okay. So in this class we are going to talk about isotopes, electronic configuration and arrangement of electrons in the atom. Okay. So now explanation. What is meant by isotopes? The atomic number of each atom of an element is unique. Okay. but the mass number of each atom of an element may vary. It means that the nucleus of all the atoms of an element have same number of protons and electrons, but can have different number of neutrons. Okay. Okay. And then atoms of the same element having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes of that element. Okay, atoms of the same element having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. So this is definition, main definition. So now we see the examples for isotopes. So isotope have the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. That means same number of same atomic number. Same atomic number means it is equal to number of protons but different number of neutrons. So hydrogen has 3 isotopes and carbon has 3 isotopes. Let me see. Okay, see the example. So isotopes means you know that isotopes are atoms of the same element that have the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. Okay, if you see hydrogen 1, you see 1 hydrogen, this is 2H and 3H. This is mass. Okay, the atomic number will be 1 because we see the proton 1, 1, 1 proton. But if you see here no proton, here 1 proton, here 2 proton. So same number of protons but different number of neutrons. Okay. Next. So like that helium also. Helium having see 2 protons. Here also 2 protons, here also 2 protons. But this is mass 3, this is mass 4. See the lithium having 3 protons. Every atom in lithium element we having 3 protons only. Okay. See another example, carbon 6C12. This one already we discussed. Carbon 6C12, 6C13, 6C14. Same atomic number, same element but different mass number due to different neutrons. Okay, like that hydrogen also. See protium, deuterium, tritium. This is ordinary hydrogen. We call it as protium because this only having proton. Okay, so this is isotopes of hydrogen and carbon. Okay, now properties of isotopes. First property is they have the same number of protons and electrons. Listen to student, same number of protons means if electrons also same. Okay. Second point, they have different number of neutrons. Okay, same number of proton, same electron, different number of neutron. Okay. Third one, physical properties like density, boiling point and melting point of isotopes of same element are different. Okay, if you see the see any element, if you take the physical properties like density, boiling point. Okay, so isotope of same element having different density, boiling point and melting point. Okay, now fifth point, since different isotopes have same electrons and structure, they exhibit identical chemical behavior. So if you see different isotopes having same electrons, different isotopes have same electron and structure, so they exhibit identical chemical behavior. Since different isotopes of a given element have the same number of electrons, different isotopes also having same number of electrons, so they share a similar electronic structure. Okay, now sixth point, isotopes have the same number of valence electron also. Okay, isotopes have the same number of valence electrons. So what is meant by valence electron? Let me discuss. Okay, see this video. Okay, so this is the electronic configuration of elements. Okay, see first I take the example of sodium. That sodium having nucleus, see number of protons having positive charge, number of neutrons. Okay, it also positive charge. So in the nucleus having, see if sodium means 11, atomic number 11, proton also 11. Okay, Z is an atomic number. So mass number, so 11 plus 23. Okay, 23 is a mass number. You see, electrons, number of electrons. So electron also same. Electron also, if you see, K shell having 2, another shell having 8, 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 1 11. Okay, so number of electron, number of proton, atomic number same. Okay, wow. Neutron only different. So it having shells, only 3 shells. Okay, why this is only having 3 shells? Because this arrangement of electrons around the nucleus of an atom in various orbits is called its electronic configuration. What is electronic configuration, student? The arrangement of electrons around the nucleus of an atom in various orbits is called its electronic configuration. Okay, okay. um, that means what? If K shell having two electrons, okay, that means number of proton is equal to number of electron. Okay, wow. Always atomic number, number of proton, electron is equal. Okay, so number of proton is equal to number of electron. Okay, listen it, student. Okay, so the maximum number of electron in a particular orbit. So we know about the maximum number of electrons in a particular orbit using this formula 2n square. N is equal to orbit number. Okay, number of orbit. If you see number of orbit n is equal to 1 means formula, if you apply this formula 2 into 1 square we get 2. This is maximum number of electrons in a particular orbit. So if you see here 2 electrons only filled in this shell. Okay, another one, if n is equal to 2 shell, second shell having, so if you apply in n, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. That means maximum number of electrons in a particular orbit 8. Only 8 electrons only filled in a L shell. And then if n is equal to 3 means 2 into 3 square. That means 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18. So the maximum number of electrons in a particular orbit filled only 8 electrons, not 18, because I tell the reason. Okay. If you see in the modern periodic table, there are 118 elements. So we take the potassium as an example. So the potassium atomic number 19. Okay, the period number 4. Okay, so if 19 means 19 electrons filled in this shell, all the shell. Okay, so if you see K shell having 2 electron, afterwards 8 plus 2 10. Okay, 10 plus 8 18. After that one filled in the valence shell. Valence shell means outermost shell. Okay, so this is an example. So the electronic configuration of the potassium is 2, 8, 8, 1. Okay, see 2, 8, 8, 1 is the electronic configuration for potassium. Okay, students. So these are the position of an element in the periodic table. So if you see the number of shells, okay, this is period number 4. That means it having 4 shells. Okay, so in this period, fourth period, having all the elements having 4 shells only. Okay, that means if number of shells is equal to period number, number of shells is equal to period number. So these all the elements having arrangement of electrons in the atom. So arrangement of electrons in the various shells or energy levels of an atom of the element is known as electronic configuration of the element. See the arrangement of electrons. So arrangement of these electrons. K shell having 2 electron, L shell having 8 electron, M shell having 18 electron, N shell having 32 electrons. So these arrangement of electrons in the various cells, this we call as shell or energy level. Okay. So, so the arrangement of electrons in the various cells of an atom of the element is known as electronic configuration. Otherwise, we have to tell electronic configuration is the distribution of electrons in various shells. Okay, distribution of electrons in various shells or energy levels of an atom such as K shell, M shell, K shell, L shell, M shell, etc. Okay. Okay. Next, the nearest orbit from nucleus is labeled as K shell. Isn't it, student? The nearest orbit from nucleus is labeled as K shell. Next to that is L shell. Okay. Afterwards M and then N. Okay. So K, L, M, N. So first you fill the K shell. Okay. So we should know two things. In order to write down the electronic configuration of an element, we should know two things. One is we should know the number of electrons in one atom of the element. After that, we should know the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in different shells of the atom. Okay, we know these two things. Okay. So the number of electrons in an atom of the element is given by the atomic number. Okay, the number of electrons in an atom of the element is given by the atomic number. That means if we take carbon, if 6 is an atomic number, means so number of electron also 6. Okay, if nitrogen atomic number 7, that means number of electrons also 7. Like that, the number of electrons in an atom of the element is given by the atomic number of the element, because the number of electron is an atom of the element is equal to the atomic number of the element. Okay. For example, if the atomic number of an element is 12, then its atom contains 12 electrons. Okay. So the maximum number of electrons which can be put in a particular energy level or shell. Okay. This was given by Bohr and Bury. Okay. So according to Bohr and Bury scheme, see, the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in any energy level of an atom is given by the formula 2m square. Okay. So the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in energy level of an atom. So they using this formula 2m square for each and every energy level. Okay. So where n represent the number of that cell. Okay. Okay. See. So the following is we can say that K shell is n is equal to 1 means, so the number of electron is equal to 2 into n, here is an 1. If we apply this 1 square, 1 2s are 2 electrons. Okay. So this is 1 1s are 1, 1 2s are 2. Here L shell, if we apply n is equal to 2, here the number of electron is equal to 2 into 2 square. If we apply this n, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8 electrons. If we apply m shell is n is equal to 3, so the number of electrons is equal to 2 into 3 square. That means 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18 electrons. And then if n shell is n is equal to 4, so the number of electron is equal to 2 into 4 square. 4 4s are 16, 16 2s are 32 electrons. Okay. Okay. And then the outermost shell of an atom cannot accommodate more than 8 electrons. Okay, students, the outermost shell of an atom cannot accommodate more than 8 electrons, even if it has the capacity of accommodate more electrons. Okay. However, the outermost shell of an atom is the first shell or K shell, then it cannot accommodate more than 2 electrons. If K shell, it cannot accommodate more than 2 electrons. Okay. After that, this means that normally the outermost shell of an atom can take a maximum of 8 electrons. Okay. If K shell only fill the 2 electrons, the outermost shell of an atom take a maximum of 8 electrons. For example, if M shell is the outermost shell of an atom, means KLM. Okay. So the maximum is 8 electrons only. Okay. But I already told it having the capacity 18 electrons. Okay, it having the capacity 18 electrons, but it can hold a maximum of 8 electrons only, because having 8 electrons in the outermost shell makes the atoms very stable. If atom will be stable, means we having we have add only 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay, see the atoms gain stability if they obtain the noble gas configuration of the nearest noble gas to them in the periodic table. If you see helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, these are the noble gases. These gases are always stable because it will be fully filled. Okay, K shell fully filled here because helium atomic number 2, so K shell will be filled. Okay, and then if you see sodium, neon, okay, it filled 2 in K shell 2, L shell having 8 fully filled. Here argon 2 comma 8 comma 8. Okay, here also krypton fully filled. Okay, so this is due to the fact that having 8 electrons in the outermost shell makes the atoms very stable. So these noble gases are always stable. Okay, these are the stable atoms. If you see the hydrogen and nitrogen, I will take example for that. Hydrogen having only one electron in the K shell, so this is unstable atom. Here if I take nitrogen, if see the K shell fully filled, L shell 1 2 3 4 5 only, uh, remaining 3 not, so it is not it is a unstable atoms. Okay, so atoms become stable when their outermost shell is filled to capacity. So stable atoms tend not to react or combine with other atoms. So if however the outermost shell is the first shell or K shell, then it can hold a maximum of 2 electrons only, already I told. So this is because having 2 electrons in the outermost shell, when it's first shell or K shell, okay, there being no other electron shell in the atom also makes the atom very stable. Okay, so this happens in the case of helium element. Okay, because helium having 2 electrons only, so K shell having 2 electrons, so it will be fully filled. This is an example for stable atom. Okay, so because it's having only one shell. Afterwards, this is very important. Electrons in an atom do not occupy a new shell unless all the inner shells are completely filled with electrons. Okay, so electrons in an atom do not occupy a new shell unless the inner shell will be first filled. Okay, you see the K shell first be filled, after that L shell, after that M shell, after that N shell. Okay, first you have to fill the inner shells. Okay, so electrons in an atom do not occupy a new shell unless all the inner shells are completely filled with electrons. Okay, keep it in mind, students. This means that the electron shell is an atom or filled in a stepwise manner. Okay, stepwise manner because K shell 2, L shell 8, M shell 18, like that the electron shells in an atom are filled in stepwise manner. Okay, so first of all the electrons fill first K shell, after that L shell, after that M shell, and then N shell. So there are however some exception to this rule which apply to elements having atomic number more than 80. So this we will study that in higher classes. Okay, so let us take an example to understand the electronic configuration of an atom. Now we take an example for calcium. Okay, if calcium atomic number 20, all we know, that means what? That is electrons is equal to 20, electron also 20, protons also 20, number of neutrons also 20. Okay, as per rule 1, the maximum number of electrons in each shell is 2n square. As per rule 2, the outermost shell cannot have more than 8 electrons. Okay, so this is an example for calcium. So the distribution of electrons in the different energy shells of the calcium atom is as follows. So here 2, 2 comma 8 comma 8 comma 2. The in the valence electrons is 2. The outermost shell having 2. So K shell 2, L shell 8, M shell 8, N shell is equal to 8. So hence the electronic configuration of an calcium atom will be 2 comma 8 comma 8 comma 2. Okay, so this is more example for your electronic configuration of first 20 elements. See hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. Okay, so this is the atomic number. If you know first 20 elements in the order wise, if the atomic number will be very easy for you. Okay, and write the electronic configuration now. Hydrogen 1 and helium 2, lithium atomic number 3. So first the K shell only filled 2 electrons first. After that, one electron will be filled in L shell. Okay, likewise, if you see these noble gases, it will be fully filled always. Helium 2, K shell fully filled, and then neon, K shell fully filled, L shell fully filled, 2, 8. Okay, like that argon, see 2, 8, 8, it will be fully filled. Okay. Okay, student, this is question time. So the nearest orbit from nucleus is labeled as K shell. Okay, the nearest orbit from nucleus is labeled as K shell. So the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in any energy level of an atom is given by the formula 2n square, 2n power 3, 2n. Answer is 2n square. The electronic configuration of 9f19 is, okay, if you know the atomic number, if you see atomic number, then you have to calculate easily. The atomic number will be 9. So here 9 plus 2, it will be 11. 7 plus 2, it is 9. So this one will be correct. So the electronic configuration of 9f19 is 2, 7. Atoms of the same element having a same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. Okay. All the noble gases have completely filled outermost shells. It is true or false? All the noble gases have completely filled outermost shells. It is true. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your attention.